Hi, my name is Marcus Barnes, and I blow glass. Today we're going to make this air plant holder. It's a great project to practice some tubing techniques, and they also look great around the house. We'll start by making this body, and then we'll pop this hole, and followed by attaching this bail here at the top. Alright, let's get started. So here I have a piece of 38mm tubing, and I've already turned this into a point. If you'd like to see how, check out my last video. We're going to start by heating up this whole thing. We'll use as much heat as we can starting out, but keeping the tip the hottest. And we're going to add a little bit of air and continue heating up that sidewall. And as we're blowing it out, we're always making sure to pause as we go and look at it. Make sure that that wall is nice and even. Adding more heat to the back, and then adding some more air. I just want to use all of that nice thick material we have. Alright, we're going to add a little more air here. And continuing to heat up that back by the handle, where all that thick glass is. Just trying to blow all that out and kind of match that tubing weight that we have in the tip. Got a pretty nice shape there. Now I like to overblow a little bit during this process and sort of get it out to like a cup shape. There we are. And you'll notice at this point, it's big, but it's not completely even. I want more of a teardrop shape, so we're gonna drip it all out. I'm gonna use a big flame and heat up the whole piece. Making sure to take a lot of time to heat up that whole piece. And adding even more propane now, keeping the tip the hottest and drooping it down. Taking a look at it, giving it a really small amount of air. Now we've got that nice teardrop shape. Alright, let's add a little hole here on the side. We're going to heat up a small section. And blow that out. Make a little lumpy bump. Now we're going to heat up that lumpy bump and blow it back out again. Alright, not bad. Now I'm going to grab some rod. My torch builds up carbon on the tip, so I'm just going to scrape that off. I don't personally recommend that you use a rod for this. Perhaps a pair of tweezers, but not every torch has this problem. We're going to heat up that section, poke that rod in a couple of times. We're going to pull off that extra glass there around the lip and give the whole piece a little flame anneal. This nice bushy flame just makes sure that the piece doesn't crack. Now we're going to put a whole bunch of heat into that lip and just kind of even it out, making sure to turn nice and even and heat it up from as many directions as possible. It should just become a nice round hole. You can also use a reamer or just a piece of graphite rod and kind of even it up at the end. Now I'm going to heat up the whole piece a little bit before attaching a handle or a punty. We're going to keep the punty very hot on the tip and the piece quite cool. This will allow me to break this punty off later. I'm kind of flashing the whole piece with some heat, making sure that connection point is nice and warm by the punty. I don't want that to break. So now I'm going to detach my original blow tube, and I'm just heating up a thin band of glass right by the top of the piece. I'm pulling a little, but I'm also allowing that glass to settle and become quite thick. Flashing that punty so it's not stressed. And now that that glass is cooled a little, I'll start pulling it back out. By creating that thick section of glass, once you pull it, it becomes about the same wall weight as the rest of the piece. We're going to heat up that section and just remove that blow tube now. And I'll grab a rod and just remove any excess material that I'm not needing there. Afterwards, I'll heat up that section and make sure it flows nicely into the rest of the piece. I'm hanging it down so that it doesn't become too thick right there on the connection between the body and that thick section. And I'm grabbing a rod and just touching that thick section I've built up and pulling it out a little so the inside is concave. This will ensure that when I make my connection, I have a really good looking top. Beautiful. All right, it's time to make the bail. I'll just store this in my kiln for now so it's nice and safe. And I'm gonna grab some 7mm rod or anything around that size and just remove the tip. Make sure I've got a nice, clean piece of glass to connect. Now I'm just going to start by making a small bend. You can use gravity, or you can use a pair of tweezers like I'm doing. We're going to bend again right next to that. And now let's go ahead and heat up in between one of those bends, that flat section. I have a little too much material here, so I'm just going to remove that. Heat it up so it's nice and even. And then heat up just past my first bend, right where the piece is straight. Kind of connect those together. I'll add a punty here and remove that original handle, and by doing so, I create a nice seal. I like to use a graphite reamer or a rod to clean up that hole. You'll see me go right inside, make sure it's nice and round. Beautiful. Time to bring that piece out of the kiln, and we'll heat up both sections. Most of the heat will go in our pre-made bail. I'm going to flash a little heat onto the top of the piece and then stick that bail on there. Give a little push, pause, and then pull. We can clean up that weld a little. And now I'm going to focus most of my heat just on the top of the piece once it's all cold, because you can see it's a little flat there, and I just want to continue that teardrop shape right up to the top. So I'll heat a very small section and just pull very lightly. beautiful. I'm gonna heat the whole piece up with an annealing flame, pre-warm my tweezers, and break off that cold seal. You'll have a little bit of chip mark on the bottom there that you can polish off with the flame. And you'll want to do this very slowly. Take the time to let the glass cool. That way you're not making a dent in the bottom and just getting that chip mark removed. Beautiful. And here's the finished piece. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and drop me a comment telling me what you'd like to see in the future. That's all for now.